29 students from the Tropical Ecology and Conservation module in our third year went to the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. We went for 2 weeks. So firstly we landed in Manaus and we went to a museum and research centre to look at all sorts of museum specimens.
The first week we spent in a reserve called Reserve Aduki, doing mist netting of birds, pitfall trapping insects and general sort of field work.
We actually practiced doing sampling of different types of species and trying to actually practice methods that they use out there in the Amazon.
We then spent a week on a research boat. This was from the Rio Negro to the River Amazon to the Solimões.
And then when we went on the boats, we actually traveled and we looked at, because there are two different types of water out there, two different types of flooded forests. We got to actually experience the differences between those two types of waters.
On the boats we spent an evening going out on the canoes where we caught caiman, seen iguanas, we saw monkeys, a lot of toucans, and we met some amazing people.
We met two indigenous tribes and we got to see some like tribal dances, and everyone was absolutely lovely, and it was like so kind of them to let us into like their community. So it was really nice to see like the local communities and appreciate their way of life.
One tribe had their own turtle conservation project, which was phenomenal. We also met leading researchers in manatee conservation who've known all around the world for their innovative projects and initiatives.
We spent a bit of time on, I think it was the last day actually, where we went to swim with the river dolphins. They're not forced to come and see you. They weren't enclosed. We literally jumped in the water and there was a guy with a bit of fish, and then they just swam around and saw you. My face in all the pictures from the dolphins isn't the prettiest because you can't see anything. So when they're swimming around and you can feel them touching you, it made me jump quite a lot. I'm quite a jumpy person, but it was an experience, and I am glad I did it. I'm really glad I did it.
My standout moment definitely was on the top deck of the research boat when there was a whole group of spider monkeys. This was really early in the morning and they were already so active, looking for food and interacting with one another.
For me, it was more the overwhelming feeling and everything you had to get past when you first got to the rainforest, and you had to actually adjust your eyes, you had to adjust your senses, you had to learn to be a bit more quiet and a bit more observant to what's going on around you, because when you're in there you're the loudest thing around, so if you're trying to see animals they're going to know you're coming from miles away.
I'd never been to a rainforest before we went on the trip. You have no idea what to expect, and anything you did expect, it will just like blow your expectation completely out of the water.
It has immensely increased my passion by being in an area that we only ever hear about on TV or see in books. It made it more hard-hitting and real to us.
What I've learned from this trip is kind of made me more ambitious to try to get back out. Like I said, maybe not Brazil, if I went towards Borneo or something like that, just get out there and try to work in the field.
Being able to go on a trip and actually take part in, conservation field work reminds you of why you're doing it, and also why it's important.